AJ. Yeah!
Hey, hey!
What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty okay. How you doing?
Hanging in there. How funny. Earlier I did an IG live outside, but the birds were being too loud, and I've decided to come inside, and now we flipped. You're outside, and I'm in.
I mean, the birds are absolutely chirping very loudly. Is that okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear your guitar. I can hear everything. You sound great, dude. Yeah.
Hey, birds, you're sounding good.
It's your backup vocals on everything.
Yeah. It's a symphony of birds. It's beautiful.
Where are you right now?
I'm in beautiful Glendale, California.
Ooh, I mean, like, are you in your backyard? Did you just drive somewhere?
These are the Verdugo Mountains here at the studio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're at the studio. Could you be doing anything interesting that we should know about?
Well...
Or do you not want to spill the beans yet?
Well, no, I mean, it's not even that interesting. We're just trying to figure out, we're doing like the box acoustic thing, you know, where it's like a Zoom jam, but I'm trying to figure out a way to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm like taking it into Premiere and messing around with some video kind of stuff, overlaying it, I'm exploring the space. I don't know, trying to figure out something.
Dude, I have been learning so many new programs and software on my computer. I've gotten so much better with Audition because of all this. I'm working from home. I didn't know that.
This is a force for change, for sure. Just trying to figure ways to innovate.
Yeah, this is like everything. We're just learning how to adapt to, everything going on around us. Cool. I know it can be scary sometimes, but if you don't take advantage or take hold of what you have in front of you, you're going to totally miss your opportunity. And right now, I'm getting so good. I feel like Dr. Dre. Like I could be a producer right now.
Yeah. Oh my God! Drop those beats, girl. I want to hear it.
They're not that good. They're not that good.
We have been together during a couple tragedies. Because last time we were together was the day Kobe crashed, and now next time we're hanging out is during a global pandemic. I don't know. We're here for each other. I think. We need each other at this part for sure.
I know. Also, I didn't realize that until you just pointed it out.
Yeah.
We really got to stop meeting on these terms, man.
I know.
Now every time I see you, I'm going to be on edge. Like, what's going to happen? Oh, come.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Had that effect.
No, man, it's all good. So I see you have your guitar.
Yeah.
Are you down to jam a little bit? You want to get into some questions first, or what do you want to do?
Whatever you want. I mean.
All right. Well, I guess the biggest question that I've been asking a lot of people is where are you? Are you shacked up with anyone? Are you sharing your space with anyone? Are you alone?
Yeah. My girlfriend, Tiffany.
Okay.
So I have a companion. It's very nice.
What does Tiffany do?
She does a lot of stuff. She's in the fashion world and marketing.
Gotcha. So I'm pretty sure she's been really affected by this too. I mean, there's only so much that anyone can really do right now.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's, learning the Zooms and the online kind of chats. But I mean, she's much better at online stuff than I am anyway. So she was already ahead. She's showing me how to do this kind of thing. Like Instagram Live, you click that button.
I find that hard to believe because you're such a creative and you're always working on new things and directing and all this stuff. That's why I feel like this would be second nature for you.
I mean, I like creating stuff, but I also just find it hard to keep up with all the changes and the latest updates to the apps. I just don't care. A lot of the times, update the latest thing to put the emoji in your eyeball kind of thing. I totally missed that. Or check out the new app. It's called Slam Dragon, and it turns everything into dragons. I'm oh, okay, I'll check that out. I'm very distracted easily, so it just takes me a while to learn that kind of stuff.
Dude, same. I hear you. What's the biggest thing you've been procrastinating on since going on lockdown?
The biggest procrastination, well, probably there's a song on part 3 of the album that we need to have a version with a shorter intro, and definitely been procrastinating on getting that done. So I don't know, there's just little stupid things, but actually, like, this time has been pretty productive. I think it's been, a lot of people on our team are also going through a lot of changes, and the music industry is getting hit pretty hard. So there's like this sense of it's kind of difficult to get things done on a bigger scale. So it's more like focus on what you can do yourself at your home. And so I'm just trying to keep busy and work on whatever I can.
I hear you. Well, I mean, it was just a few weeks ago, we actually got a little bit of a taste of part 2.
Yeah.
Which has been pretty good. I was listening to it on YouTube earlier, and it has me excited. Is this pandemic going to affect that at all for part 2 and part 3?
Yeah. Musically, no, because it's done. But the visual content, we are having to adapt how we're doing it. And I think we have some pretty interesting ideas on how to accomplish that. But it's definitely not what we were planning on. But I think it'll work with the continuity of the storyline, and it'll make sense within the world of this album to do what we're going to do. But definitely, being forced to try new things here, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, man, let's jam. I don't have anything to jam right now with.
You can sing. Sing with me.
I'll sing with you.
So you could either do, I'm going to do Sisters, so you could do the yeah, or you could do the boom, 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 or both.
I feel like it's going to be delayed if I do it.
Oh, yeah, boom, 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 boom.
All right, I'm going to let you jam. I'm just going to bust out a lighter and just start going back and forth.
Yeah, do it. Okay, this is Sister.
All right,
yeah. Yeah. Tupac, I love Madonna. Back when we both were in our teens, you showed me marijuana and what good rock and roll could be. And though I never knew, I was sure I'd always count on you. All that we've been through, no identification. Your older friends could buy the beer, and if they tried flirtation, that's why you always kept me near. I was your getaway, your younger life insurance policy. Well, let's give it up for Sisters and all the things they do. Not always so wonderful, but we'd be lost without you. Doing what you do, no driver education. I'd hit you ride to First Avenue, don't need no invitation, cause all the bouncers let you through. And though I slowed you down, you would always let me tag along. Or make me drive us home. Teachers knew me already. Sometimes we're good, sometimes we're bad. They don't like you studying, they'll find ways to skip on class. You already knew, of course, you pass it on me. Well, let's give it up for Sisters and all the things they do. They're not so wonderful, but we'd be lost without you. Keep doing what you do. Shine down on me. You'll have my right for free. You get a hummingbird?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're getting, you're like a Disney princess right now. You know that.
The hummingbird? Oh, man, yeah. The hummingbird's getting in this. Okay, where were we? Bum, 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 bum. Let's give it up for sisters. And all the things they do. Not so wonderful, but we belong with you. So keep doing what you do.
God.
Right.
Hold on, we're clapping. We're clapping. There we go.
The hummingbirds love this, like, kind of desert plant, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
They are so beautiful, but when you hear that, like, sound right next to your head, it's like, zzz, you're like, is that a giant insect or is that a beautiful hummingbird? Like, it was a hummingbird right now.
Yeah, seriously. Random question that just popped up.
Yeah.
They want to know if the beginning of Sisters is sampled from Alone by the Four Seasons.
By the Shepherd Sisters.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the sample we use.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was one of the questions that popped up here, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
So,
I guess, I'm sure maybe the Four Seasons did a version too. But no, we used the Shepherd Sisters, which is kind of what led to it being called Sisters.
perfect.
Yeah. So Sisters, what's the lyrical concept? I have a sister. Oh, okay. What about the sisters? Oh, right. Kind of bad and good at the same time, but kind of needed to become the person you are. And then there you go.
Kind of a random question, an off one. I saw that you recently did a playlist for Spin Magazine.
Yeah.
Dude, Lonesome as One, I believe that's what it was called.
Right.
When you put that list together, like, when you finished it, did you feel like you needed to add anything else? Like, even after you turned it in, you're like, oh, I forgot this one.
At first it was kind of just a hodgepodge, and then I was like, wait, I had to actually delete a few things. It just felt like I liked how it kind of music and energy wise was all over the place, and I liked ending on kind of it'll be all right tip without doing everything's gonna be all right, specifically, but
Yeah.
no, I mean there was a couple additions. Mostly it was deleting though. After I put it together, I was like, yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. You're just like editing out everything that
Right.
you want. Yeah.
Right. And then, and also like, they asked me to write like a thing about each song. And then I felt like, some of the ones might've been too ridiculous. So I had to read those. Yeah.
I have a fan question from Pat and Charlene. What's your favorite song to perform?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me grab my sunglasses. It's got really bright, and I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Go ahead. No worries. Hey, if you're just joining us, we're hanging out with AJ of Saint Motel. And feel free to ask questions. We're kind of just going around and chatting and doing things. Which one? Sorry, I also have... here we go. Oh, well, he was just here. Okay, I'll ask you.
Okay. She's grabbing it very nicely. Favorite song to perform? They're all... Whoa!
Oh, man down! AJ, blink twice if you're okay.
Blink, blink.
Oh my God. I'm like, we can't have this.
I know, what do I do?
I don't know if I have enough insurance for this right now.
Yeah, no. All good, all good. Sorry for being dramatic.
Oh my God. What happened? What'd you do? Did you just lose the guitar? What went down?
Yeah, the strap came off, but it's all good.
See, that's like one of the things I love about doing these Instagram lives is because It is live. You're going to get all the mess ups. You're going to get all of that. And then sometimes it'll cut out, but even then, just chiming back in, like it's just kind of fun for it being unreliable, and it's, I don't know, it's just adapting, I guess, but it's a lot of fun. I've been having a blast with these.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go a shade darker.
We're getting the contrast of his sunglasses correct.
Oh, there we go. Nice and dark.
Feel better? Is it good?
Yeah, it's nice.
Ooh, you got some bees around you too.
Yeah, I'm not honey.
Clowns of Opera wanted to ask, what's some advice that you would give young content creators?
Oh, I suppose it depends on what content, somewhat, but
yeah,
that's a pretty broad question. I guess if it was advice about, I was just talking to a friend's little brother who is making music, and he asked me kind of some advice, and it came down to just focus on what you can control. That's all you can really focus on. So stop trying to hope for a lucky break and just focus on making the best thing you can make. So if it's the song, just that's the one thing you can kind of control. It's in your fingertips. Focus on making the best song you can.
Yeah.
If it's going to be a show, just focus on that one show. Try to get all your friends there. Try to do the craziest show you can. Don't worry about who from what label is going to show up, or don't worry about trying to get, a sync in the new Marvel movie. Like, there's just so much stuff you can't control. Any kind of content form, any kind of art, just do the best you possibly can at what you can.
Yeah. I don't know if you struggle with this at all, but are there people that you follow that you look up to, like on social media, just in general, and you're like, man, they're doing so much great stuff. I feel like I should be doing more. Do you ever feel like that? Yeah. And how do you ever get down on yourself because of that sometimes? Or are you pretty positive about it?
I think it's usually pretty positive. Like, a good example is like seeing Phoenix live and just being like, oh my God, this is such an incredible idea for production. This is such an incredible set. Or, hearing a song from an artist that's just like, wow, this production's incredible. Or that was a really clever concept for a song, whatever it is. And it's not discouraging. If anything, it's like exciting because it kind of kicks you back to that feeling of, challenge yourself. But I mean, it's kind of like a fine line for us because like we see a band like Phoenix, who's like a massive band, or like Muse, and we see their live show, and I'm like, oh, we can do something like that. And we're like a baby band budget, so we end up trying these things that are like a little bit over ambitious, somewhat. But
you guys seem to execute it really well, and just like, and every single time, and we talked about this every time I see you, it's like you keep just moving, you raise the bar for yourselves every single time. I'm always, and I'm sure everyone is, they're impressed when they see you guys and all the different things that you're doing. Like the last show you guys did here in Phoenix with motion picture, like that was just incredible. I mean, I just look forward to it all. I guess what I want to get to is like, do you prefer being on the spotlight, like in front of the scenes, or do you enjoy more being behind the scenes, like with directing and everything? Oh no!
I'm back.
I'm dying over here, dude.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Sorry, what was the question now?
Do you prefer to be like in front of the scenes or behind the scenes? Like, where do you feel most comfortable?
There are two different AJs. There's two different parts of me. Like, I'm not the guy on stage. I feel like that's somebody that needs to do something like that needs to chase the adrenaline. And I feel like I black out. Like, I don't even know who that person is. And then, in the studio writing, it's much more kind of relaxed and serene. But I think it's good to have that kind of dichotomy. And I wouldn't say one's more important than the other.
Yeah.
I feel like it's crazy. Like the stage AJ could like go and perform and shatter his arm and not even feel it. You know, it's like it's this strange. I feel like if it was the same thing, like a mother can lift a car off her baby, it's like you get this surge or something that you really can't recreate.
Mhm.
That's a different thing than when you scratch this itch of creating something from scratch, which is, which is kind of what keeps me going, I think.
Even with like directing music videos and stuff.
That's a whole different thing. That is probably like the longest process of any creative thing I do. I feel like I get way too into the videos.
Yeah. Ooh,
like,
you get some wind picked up?
Yeah. Oh, it's starting to get sunny again.
Oh, nice.
Wait, actually, I don't think those clouds are coming this way. I'm getting the rain clouds.
Oh, God.
But music videos, I feel like every time I make a music video, I'm like, oh, that's going to be the last music video I ever make. I always feel like I'm near death. After the music video is done, I'm like, holy shit, that worked. I'm going to go, like, sleep for a week. It's always a very intense experience. It's really fun. It's just completely different experience than performing or writing.
Well, you're birthing a brand new idea, and then like you have to show it off for everyone. So I can imagine how draining it would be, yet relieving that it's finally here, and you can chill.
Totally. You talking about the music video world? Yeah, it's just so many little pieces and such a big crew and so many things that have to go right, and then you're always fighting against budget and time, and then someone's got to leave early, and you're like, oh shit, what are we gonna do here? And I mean, part of this is because we always do everything so DIY and stuff, but it's always like a miracle that the videos get done. I feel like it's like, wow, that actually, we got the My Type video, we got a helicopter, and that was just by chance of like this guy being really cool and like wanting to do it. And so, between us, it's very difficult to get a permit to fly a helicopter and shoot on an airport. So there's always little ways to sneak in here and there and get around certain things.
If you got some, if you got some strings you could pull.
Yeah.
Totally get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much just wear a beanie and then a balaclava, and you can get away with all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna down shade real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get there for a sec. I've got three different shade levels.
There's costume changes and all of this. Even doing an IG live, there's still production going on.
I know, man. I apologize.
Not at all, man. I actually love it. It's awesome. Do you have one more song for us by chance?
Sure. Thug life, baby. It shows me I didn't choose this city. I walk right over your den. I'm a four-leaf clover. Well, tell me, do you hate me or do you wanna date me? It's kinda hard to tell because your eyes are looking crazy. So why you coming over? Anything but sober. Looking like it's time tonight for a fight of life and hold it steady. Drilling in like a J-Paul Getty. Smith and Wesson. Taking shots that'll keep you guessing. Well, tell me, do you hate me or do you wanna date me? It's kinda hard to tell cause your eyes are looking crazy. So why you coming over? Anything but sober. Looking like it's time tonight for fight or flight. Fight or flight.
Dude, yes. Oh, so good. Oh. You're just rolling down a hill now. That's the end of it.
Yeah. Well, it is pretty steep. It is pretty steep.
I can barely see it, but oh, dude, yeah, it's steep. I have one little sad plant behind me, and you have actual nature.
It's over there. It is over there. Look,
dude,
it's been raining a lot here, so it's super green.
Well, hey, man, I hope it doesn't rain on you. I'm going to let you get back to your life, to your world. I appreciate you for taking time to hang out with me. Hopefully next time we see each other, it's not another crazy thing going on in the world.
Man.
But yeah, like, all my love to you guys. I miss you. And yeah, I think we're going to see each other very soon before we even know it.
Well, thanks for having me, Mo.
Alt AC 93.3.